My name is Selena Harrington, and I'm an IANA specialist at ICANN. And I'm here today to, give a brief update on recent activities in the IANA department at ICANN. Four of the topics that I'm going to touch on today are our annual customer service survey and some of the changes that we've made based on the feedback we received from the survey. Also talk about our audits and our IPv4 recovered pool allocations. So our 2015 customer service survey, it's a survey that we've done annually since 2013. Last year we sent 16 invitations to the RIRs. We sent them to the CEOs, the registration service managers, and also some other staff members who had submitted requests to us throughout the year. Out of the 16 that we sent, we received 7 responses, or 44%, which is pretty good, but we would like to get that higher on our next survey. And overall, the results were pretty good. As you can see, there's a lot of green up there, a lot of satisfied and very satisfied feedback. But we did have one person, who's that 14% there, responded that they were dissatisfied with the quality of our instructions. And this is an anonymous survey, but that person did come to us to explain a little bit more about what why they were dissatisfied. And it was because on our website, on the numbers page of the website, there weren't any instructions about how to submit requests for number resources or a link to the page that we did have set up with those instructions. And if you had looked at our route management page, we did have guides and instructions on that page for routine change requests, delegations, redelegations, and we needed to do the same thing for the numbers page. So we went ahead, and we added it. This is just a screenshot of the main numbers page on the IANA website, and underneath the IPv4, IPv6, and AS numbers sections, we added a link to our procedures page. And that link takes you here where, depending on what type of resource it is, you can find the instructions for how to submit your request to us, what email address to send it to, what template to use. I also wanted to briefly talk about the audits that we do. The audits that we do are service organization control audits, and we recently successfully completed 2 of them. The SOC 3 audit of the root zone KSK system and the SOC 2 audit of the IANA registry maintenance systems, which are like our ticketing system, which is RT, or our RZMS system, which is our root zone management system that we use to process requests for top-level domain managers. These audits are conducted annually. The SOC 3 one, this is the 6th consecutive year that we've completed it, and the 3rd consecutive year for completion of the SOC 2 audit. And what these audits are focusing on are the availability of our systems, the processing integrity, and also security. And if you want to find more information about the audits and reports that have been posted, you can find that at iana.org/audits. And finally, this is a really bad slide because the print is tiny, but this is our most recent allocation that we made from the IPv4 recovered address pool. And somewhere in the middle there, you'll see where ARIN is. If you don't know, a few years ago, address space was returned to us by a few of the RIRs, and we created a recovered address space registry. And then starting in 2014, I believe it was, there's a global policy that requires us to make allocations to the 5 RIRs every 6 months at the beginning of March and the beginning of September. So our most recent allocation was on March 1st, and each RIR received the equivalent of a /15. The next one will take place in September. These are a few links that you might find interesting. There's a link to the registry itself, the global policy, and there's also a GitHub link where you can download the command line tool that we use to determine what the allocations will be to each RIR. And so I downloaded that and ran it over and over again to see when our last allocation will be made from this pool. And if nothing changes, if no additional space is returned, nothing changes to the policies, the last allocation will take place in March of 2019, so in 3 years. At the most recent AP-NIC meeting, there was a question about, well, how much address space would you need to allow you to basically drain the pool at the September 2016 allocation, our next one. And so we looked into that, and we would need an additional 1,792 addresses, which is, I think, 7/24s. And if we received that, then we would just have one more allocation, and each of the RIRs would receive a /17 in September. But as of right now, it looks like we'll have 6 more allocations and finish up in 2019. And that's all I have today. Thank you.